So help me out. Let's work together. Right. So he says that I don't like the urban word. It's just a politically correct way to say the N word to me. Why can't we just be pop? And so you agree with that statement?
I feel until the pop
first
part.
thing.
Yeah. The urban part about it being yes, I agree with them 100%.
Okay,
it's code.
so
it's code. Yep.
He's saying why can't we be in pop as a way to get rid of the coded word? That's why. That's follow-ups. That's what it seems like. That follow-up sentence to me is why can't we just be in pop? Why can't we just be with everybody else and not urban? And then he went on after that to say it feels like a backhanded compliment to me. That in other words, that you're not good enough to be in pop with all of us, but we just gonna give you this award, this rap album award, this hip hop award, this black thing as a way to show you your appreciation. Dead End Hip Hop Conversations. This video is about Tyler, the Creator's recent comments about the Grammy. He won an award, I think a couple of weeks ago. And he had some pretty interesting comments to say. So that's what we're going to discuss. But before we get into that, make sure you guys go check us out and subscribe to the podcast. What does he say? Like, subscribe to this video. Sports Boys.
You got a Patreon, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got a Patreon, changes are coming. But anyway, man, we're going to jump into the video. But joining us in place of Feefo, we got lowmid. What's up? Huey, you guys.
What's
we
up?
got Ramil.
What's up?
What's up, man? You guys are familiar with them, but if you're not, check out their podcast. It's on the Dead End Hip Hop feed. Tyler, the Creator, won a Grammy for Best Rap Album for Igor. So when he was asked about it, he said, I'm half and half on it. On one side, I'm very grateful that what I made could be acknowledged in a world like this, but also it sucks that whenever we, and I mean guys that look like me, do anything that's genre bending, they always put it in the rap or urban category. I don't like that urban word. It's just a politically correct way to say the N-word to me. When I hear that, I'm just like, why can't we be in pop? And he said it felt like a backhanded compliment. And for those of you watching, if you don't know, if this is the first time watching this video, check out our review of the album Igor. We reviewed it on here. But when we did our year-end best albums of the year, none of us had it on there.
I had it on my top 5, but it wasn't in the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Igor a rap album?
Where'd you have it?
Yeah, how did that? I put it on Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah, I put it on Twitter.
Do you guys think this is a rap album?
No, he said it wasn't a rap album.
Okay.
I didn't really think about it until he questioned it, cause it has rapping on it. It's not a lot of rapping, but I don't know. I guess not if he says it's not a rap album, cause it is kind of different.
B, what you think?
Yeah, I would say yeah, because it's kind of like on the same wavelength, almost as like Flower Boy. So, I mean, I consider that a hip hop album. So yeah, I say this is a hip hop album.
I don't know. It's a lot more rapping on Flower Boy though.
Yeah, it is.
So.
Yeah.
Feefo?
Nah, not a hip hop album.
Myke?
I'm super on the fence because I went back and listened to it this morning on the drive up here, and I don't know anymore. I mean, even though it doesn't sound like he's rapping in a traditional way, I could see how someone that doesn't listen to a lot of rap would think that was a rap album. Because at first I was on his side, like, yeah, this is bullshit. This is an R&B album. What are you talking about? Now I listen to it again, I'm like, I don't know anymore. Like, this sounds like he's kind of rapping.
Do people consider 808s and Heartbreaks a rap album?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I mean, that's why I
honest.
just, because I think it's pinned in the hip hop category because of Kanye. But
Yeah.
When people talk about 808s, they always kind of refer it as like a rap album or a hip hop
Yeah.
album. So if they refer that to that, why
And
not
I think
this
at that time they didn't know what to call it.
Yeah.
That's true too.
So I don't know.
I think I'm more of a B. I would classify it as a rap album. Because of the rap elements on it, and he said it's genre bending. So if we take those words into account, he basically, I would say, bending the genre of hip hop, right?
Yeah. Maybe it's not just a rap album. Maybe that's the problem. It's like rap, slash pop or something. Because I feel like rap albums normally only get classified as just rap albums.
I think if it had gotten nominated for a pop award, I think it would go along just fine. But again, listening to it this morning, I was like, okay, I can see how someone might consider this a rap album. Me personally, I'm on the fence. I don't really care that much either way. So this is one of those things where, like, if Drake had said this, I'd be like, dude, stop. You put out a rap album. But with Tyler saying, like, yo, I don't really consider this a rap album, I'd be like, all right, I understand why, so I get it. So if you don't want this to be considered a rap album and you're not really rapping in a traditional way, then fine. But here's my question with the Grammys. Don't the labels submit these to certain categories, or is that not true?
That
I
I don't
thought I
know.
heard that too.
Because if that's the case, then how would there really be a complaint here? Because your label must have submitted it to the rap category,
Isn't
right?
it but it's his label, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm about to say
your
it's
label
not-
had to have done it,
Right.
But I don't know for a fact that that's how it works.
Right,
I
right,
thought
right.
that is.
I've heard about that too, but I don't know.
Or is that
actually.
just the Oscars?
Well, no, I know that the label submits it, but I don't know if the label actually selects the category. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. That fact right there, I don't know. But I know labels definitely 100% submit the music.
Yeah, they turn
It seems
in.
like they would have to submit the category, because otherwise, wouldn't they just submit their shit to every category possible in the hopes that they would win
I
something?
think you
Right.
do have to. Yeah, you do have to.
Can you
submit your
submit
album.
to
But
more
but
than
does
one?
it say what
Like
I'm sorry.
the category, you have to select the category.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you submit to more than one category? Because if so, maybe he did, and rap was just the only one that he got accepted for.
Yeah.
And if that's the
Good
case,
point.
can we really blame the Grammys for that? Because I mean, you submitted it to the rap category.
You did.
You
the
can't then
label, right.
complain later on that it won a rap
Oh,
album.
yeah.
It kind of doesn't matter what they think, because they're not equipped, like from a musical perspective, to like I feel like in black music overall, like we are genre bending. You know what I'm saying? It's not just rap, it's not just R&B, it's not just this, it's not just that, right? Like we have black people that make all types of music, but I think that they do categorize us. And I think the people that are part of that committee aren't well versed enough to really understand or really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? To really categorize these things correctly. So it's like, oh, you black, you got some rap on there, you're a rap album.
Yeah.
Unless
yeah.
you submitted it to the rap category, then I'm not blaming the committee.
Like to their point, what if he did and they were like, oh no, you're a rapper, so they just
But that's what I'm saying. So do we know that that's what
Yeah, that's
happened?
the selection.
Right.
Is there some sort of designated category? Because like I don't really watch the Grammys. Is there like some sort of designated category?
It's pop, R&B,
rock,
basic
rock,
genre.
rap,
Yeah.
yeah,
blues,
basic.
gospel,
Right.
like just.
So there was a ousted head of the Grammy Awards. Her name was Deborah Dugan.
You know she told
She so she was fired months into her job as the head of the Recording Academy, and so she said that there's a secret committee that decides who gets Grammy nominations based on business or personal relationships with artists.
Oh, we knew that already.
Yeah.
That,
For the sake of this video, let's go off of let's play Rod's devil's advocate, and let's say that they don't like the label does not submit to category. Let's go based off what Tyler is saying, right?
Okay.
Or implying that the Grammy committee picks it, and then let's just stick with that then, because we really just don't fucking know.
Yeah.
yeah.
I seriously doubt he was submitted to the rap category.
But he was complaining because he said that they used the word urban as a politically correct way to say the N-word. But if the Grammys didn't use the word urban, then who is the complaint about?
I see one nomination where it say best urban contemporary album.
Yeah.
But is that what he won for?
No, I'm just saying.
That's just that exists.
He didn't win for that.
Lizzo won that album. She
For
won-
urban contemporary.
Okay, so there is an urban. Urban contemporary is really interesting because when I was growing up and when I was doing radio, urban contemporary was old people music.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Nowadays, now that I'm of age, that urban contemporary was for, and I grew up listening to hip hop. What is urban contemporary? So did the age just increase over the years? And because is it still R&B and older R&B, which typically are classics? I don't know because I haven't been paying attention to that in a long time.
It seems like what you just said.
What did he say?
Non-rap black music.
Rap black.
All right,
That's kind of what it sounds like. to
which
me.
would be
Which would be Tyler, kind of.
Tyler, and that award just beat just
Best urban
Lizzo.
contemporary.
Lizzo does a hybrid too.
She does. She does.
So if Tyler, it sounds like now that we're including urban in this, even if he won the urban award, I don't think he would have been pleased with that.
Oh no, he'd have been
either.
more pissed if he won the well, would he?
Yes, because he added it into his statement when he said it.
Yep, he did.
He's wanted to be in pop.
Okay, so I was about to say, so he just
Why?
He wouldn't have been mad if he just won pop album. He would have been satisfied with that across the board.
Sounds like it. Because I think he thinks that he didn't create a rap album.
Or an urban album.
Yeah, the basic
But
question.
then
why
you
do
have to
want be
figure out
considered
what
pop?
is an urban album.
Lizzo. I think Lizzo is the closest thing we got because she won the award.
But I'm saying, but then that would kind of go to his argument. Like, when you say an urban music award, what does that actually mean? Because if you're segregating urban contemporary from pop, then I feel Tyler's argument, even if it has nothing to do with him, his statements still ring true.
Like towards that, so like we don't even sitting here right now. We just didn't know what urban contemporary was, but we had to like figure out the designation, which we think is basically just like Lizzo's black, but she made a poppy like rap album, so it's just urban contemporary. I think there's something to be said that like they do kind of group just urban music or like black people music together in general, because like even like the Billboard Hot 100, like the rap and the R&B category are the same thing. So like if you have a number one on the hip hop, it's number one on the hip hop / R&B charts. Like they're not separated, which is weird.
Yeah, super weird.
On Is the Mic Still On, we had a lengthy debate about Lizzo, right? I can't remember the episode for you guys watching. I'll try to find it. But it was about her being pop versus R&B / urban. I guess I don't even know
It
what
was
we
soul. I
used to
think because it was
Soul
about the
Train.
Soul Train.
Oh, yeah.
She won the Soul Train award.
Okay. And for the most part, I think the consensus around the table was that she was pop. And when she was first brought forward and introduced on the podcast, it was about her being a pop artist. Because we had another debate about what is pop, right? But she was lumped into the urban contemporary sound / black / according to Tyler, nigger.
So it says that urban contemporary, also known as urban pop, is a music radio format. Fast forward. Urban contemporary radio stations feature a playlist made up entirely of genres such as R&B, pop rap, British R&B, quiet storm, adult contemporary, etc., etc. Urban contemporary was developed through the characteristics of genres such as R&B and soul.
Right.
So is it really pop or is it urban contemporary? I could see if he was implying that the Grammys made this up, but they didn't. Apparently this came out in the 70s. Tyler's album doesn't sound like fucking a Katy Perry album. It doesn't sound like a Taylor Swift album. You know, Lizzo's album doesn't sound like, you know, a Katy Perry album.
But people categorize her as pop.
Who?
Lizzo.
But they also categorize her as clearly urban contemporary. 'Cause that's what she won for.
If she won, yeah.
Because her music has elements of R&B and soul. Again, remember it says that this is also known as urban pop.
Urban. Ooh.
So I do get Tyler's argument. I just can't say with certainty that that's what the Grammys did. Because I do agree that typically when people say urban, it is a very nice way for them to say black or colored music. But to be fair, is that what the Grammys were doing? I can't say.
When I listen to his album, I don't hear pop at all.
I don't really either.
Yeah, so I don't know why he wants to be in pop. Like, what type of acceptance is he looking
Well,
for?
pop is the biggest genre just ever. So like for him to win biggest pop album,
Is it?
I mean,
What is
yeah,
it?
Michael
Hip-hop
Jackson
is bigger than
king
pop.
of pop.
Yeah,
so it's
but-
like, but like in terms
But the
of
biggest artists in the world right now are rap artists.
I feel like it is. It doesn't like Katy Perry and
He wants white acceptance.
That's
He wants that crossover.
that's the blunt way to say it.
Are you saying crossover? I'm saying
In a
white
way.
acceptance.
And now think about it. So Tyler's album doesn't sound anything like a Justin Bieber album. Even though Justin Bieber's music does have elements of hip hop in it, you can hear that.
Of course. But how many black people are in pop, like in traditional pop?
Right. That's what I was
You
gonna
know,
say.
because think about all of the artists that, or Tyler in this perspective. He started in hip hop. So therefore, a lot of his music, even if he tries to cross over, is going to be rooted in that, because that's his foundation as an artist.
So did Post Malone. They let him leave.
So is Post Malone considered pop?
I think he
To a
did.
degree.
Okay,
become
I thought
pop or whatever that
I thought
song
he was always hip hop R&B. When you look him up,
That's
like
what
on
I was gonna
iTunes Music, it's hip hop and R&B. He's not pop.
Has he won any awards? I'm sure he has.
And pop? Yeah, I
No,
know.
period.
Oh yeah, he's
Music.
won awards.
What are his awards? What is
Can
he
you look
win
those
for?
up, B?
He's an urban contemporary artist, and that's what makes this interesting.
Is that what he won?
He's won like rap artist.
See?
Now he got nominated and won, and he's won one. He won for favorite male artist pop rock in the American Music
Right.
Awards.
Pop rock.
And he got hip hop.
But what
he won
song was
favorite
that?
hip
Was
hop
that the
album.
song with Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah,
What song did he
that's
win
a
for
pop
that?
song.
It don't say what song, but he definitely won for it.
Either way, he should be considered urban contemporary.
If Tyler continued on this trajectory, making this sort of music and maybe expand a little bit further, do you think there's a chance for him to win an award like that? Or will he always be urban nigga?
Is the problem that we need to rename the urban contemporary?
That's what he wants to do. He wants to get rid of it.
But here's the
make
thing.
pop music. He didn't make pop music. You want to be considered a pop artist? Make pop
That's
music.
right.
Based on those three sentences, I don't think he wants to make pop music. I think he wants to do away with this urban rap shit.
Nah, he said, "Why can't we just be pop?"
Exactly.
Right,
Clearly
so-
he does. The thing is, Ralph is 100% correct. If he wants to be in what is considered the pop genre, you have to make that kind of music. If we get rid of urban contemporary, then a lot of us will not win awards. Because that's what we're making. We're making music that has a strong element of R&B and soul in it.
I agree, and that is the problem with Tyler's statements is that if based on what it sounds like, based on what his words are saying, that he wants to just be included with pop. If that happens, you are 100% correct. The new complaint will be we're not winning an awards and we're being overlooked.
Exactly.
So I don't agree with what he's saying, but he doesn't like it because he thinks it's a negative connotation that comes with it, a backhanded compliment. These are his words.
So then are we saying that he shouldn't have won Best Rap Album? He should have won Best Urban Contemporary Album?
Yes, I think so.
He wouldn't have been happy with that though.
Why?
Bro, it's not
Why?
anyone's fault but your own though. Because like if you wanted to be up there with Taylor Swift and them to
could've
make
made
their
that
kind of music,
Exactly.
Or
you
be
didn't
white.
do that.
You didn't do that.
That would be
Or be
You know,
white.
because that's the thing. I don't know of any black artists that make that kind of music. You brought up Michael Jackson was the king of pop, and he won, I assume, for pop album.
Yeah.
But he was making that kind of music, so it made sense. What
shit
I'm
sounds
sure
black.
Purple Rain won awards. I'm sure it didn't win for fucking urban contemporary, right?
So
I would assume it won for pop.
It was definitely transcending a lot of different genres.
Right.
yeah.
But would you say that those albums would be closer to pop rock than they would be R&B? Yeah.
Yep.
Prince is
Yes.
out, yeah. So I
Yes.
mean, now he would have more of an argument, I feel like, than Tyler does.
And I
Oh
think
yeah,
we would
Prince,
agree
talking about
with
Prince.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely. Most
we would
definitely.
agree with him because the sound is there.
Right.
Yeah.
Tyler's sound isn't really there.
Exactly. When he says let's just be pop, he's complaining about black people not being categorized in pop music. But then what I'm saying is make pop music. He's not making pop music. Then the other thing is where he's saying that the whole urban thing is just a slight way to diss us to our face and be politically correct with it. I 100% agree with that. But I think those two things are separate. They're not necessarily one and the same. Because if he wants to be categorized as a pop artist and the other black people as pop artists, make pop music. Don't make a variation of pop music.
So, based on what you're saying, Tyler is saying that the Grammys is racist and that they're taking black artists and putting them in rap and urban.
Yep.
And white artists are in pop, also with the sound. And Tyler is saying that why can't a guy like myself and Lizzo also be included in the pop category as well?
You can.
But according to Feefo, you got to make that
But the
sound.
music is
Exactly. I think with Tyler, the stuff that he was making was a little bit, it was still weird.
All right, last thing we'll get out of here. Diddy also made some comments. I'll just pull out. He said, truth be told, hip-hop has never been respected by the Grammys. We know that. Then he also said black music has never been respected by the Grammys to the point that it should be.
Real quick, I did watch the Breakfast Club's discussion on it. And I can't remember, one of y'all
On
kind
what?
of on this discussion on Tyler and his statements. And one of you guys said something that Charlemagne said, which I really disagree with, which was that he's putting down being a rapper.
He said it years ago in an interview. He was like, I don't want to be a rapper. I want to be considered a rapper because it puts you in like this box.
But he didn't say that in this discussion. He didn't say this in that statement that just came out. He said nothing like that. And I saw a lot of people picking that up and running with it and making it sound like Tyler was shitting on rap when he said nothing even remotely close to that. Because Charlamagne was like, what's wrong with being a rapper? I sound like you putting down being a rapper. Why can't you just be a rapper? He doesn't want to be a fucking rapper. If he wants to make shit that's not rap, then let him do that. I think his point is, it's not fair that if you started in one place, you stay in that place regardless of what you do. It's like when Gambino made his shit, and people still wanted to call it a rap album. Wasn't a fucking single lick of rap on that whole
Talking about Woken by Love, yeah.
So I don't think it's fair for y'all to just be like, well, Tyler's shitting on rap. Tyler's saying it's not cool to just be a rapper. Tyler didn't say nothing close to that.
Yeah, now there are rappers that say that, but Tyler's not one of them.
Right.
Not from what he said on the Grammys.
Right.
Yeah.
Final statements, Ramil.
I agree with the urban part of his statement. I agree with that. You use that word interchangeably, kind of like a code word. I think that I get like what he's saying as far as there being like kind of like this ceiling that I guess we have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what he's speaking of. Like we can't be this, but then also to your point, you're saying like what is that to be achieved or what is that you're really looking for? You know what I'm saying? So I see where he's coming from. I think it's just kind of like a double-edged sword kind of thing. I see both sides.
I think the fact that he won his award and still talk this shit, I think it shows a great sign. The fact that he's young, he's kind of putting that energy out there to young and up and coming artists, probably that want to think they want to make like John DeBenden music. It kind of gives them some type of inspiration. I think I looked at it. So yeah, I think the statement was dope. Like to Mike's point and Ramil's, I definitely agree with him how they use that urban as a coded word or whatever. So
listen to the conversation. I pretty much agree with Feefo to the point where it's like, I don't think Tyler's album was just a rap album or just pop. So if he wants to win the pop category, I think he's capable of winning a pop award, but he has to make an album that sounds more like traditional pop. He probably should have won the Urban Contemporary award, but I think we all are saying that category needs like some rebranding or something, and also needs to be taken more seriously. But yeah, that's all I have to say really.
You want to win a pop Grammy, make pop music. You know what I'm saying? I think whatever category you want to compete in, you got to make that music, and you don't necessarily have to make like classical pop, right? Like traditional pop, but it can't be rooted in hip hop or R&B like your album clearly is. You want to win a particular category, make that music.
I'm with B 100%. I love that, he set out to accomplish a goal. And I think it was to win a Grammy. He did. And he took that moment to highlight some inequities that exist in the system. And I'm glad that he still talked his shit. I also hear that this whole why can't we just be pop, for me, sounded like even though there are a lot of white people that like Tyler, there's some white acceptance that I think he's looking for.
I'm not even gonna throw that acceptance word out there. I don't think he's looking for acceptance. I think that Tyler is just done with being boxed. And I think that's really where it lies. I don't think it has anything to do with wanting anything from white folks except for stop isolating and boxing my shit. And he's putting out a message that I feel like a lot of other black artists should be behind. Because Justin Bieber's ass ain't getting stuck in that urban category. And he's not getting stuck in rap album category, when his music definitely has urban elements. So I'm 100% behind Tyler's argument. However, I think that maybe the genre of pop maybe just needs to be expanded a little bit, that's all. Because they expanded it for Ariana Grande, and I listened to her album, and that shit does not sound like Katy Perry or Taylor Swift. So if you can make exceptions for her, then you can make exceptions for black folks. The only issue is we didn't have to deal with the consequences, which mean we're probably not going to win as many awards because these committees aren't going to vote for. They're not going to vote for a Lizzo over an Ariana Grande. They're just not. So yeah, you got to take the good with the bad.
All right, man. That's it, man. Let us know what y'all think in the comment section. We out. Peace.